Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Happy Sunday. So we just thought we'd pop in today. I finally got this guy in town.
Yeah.
He's always traveling. But we thought we'd pop in today and kind of tell you a little story about how
Tobi lost her ring.
Why you gotta say it like that? How we lost my ring. Okay, so alright, so what happened was alright, so how many weeks after we got engaged?
It was a good maybe 2 months.
2 months? Are you sure? No. 1 month? It was not.
Between 1 to 2 months.
I think it was like 1 month.
Yeah.
So I was very new to the whole ring wearing thing, and I'll start with my coworker story. So my coworker had told me that she got engaged. She was really excited about the ring. Everything was great. And then I guess they were at maybe her mom's house. I don't know what exactly happened, but her mom was being nice and decided to do laundry and washed one of her jackets in like a laundromat or like maybe a hotel's washer. I don't even remember what the situation was or why they used the public washer. But her mom washed her jacket for her and was like trying to be nice. And so she got her things back and she was like, "Mom, I can't find my ring." And the mom was like, "Oh, I mean, where was it?" She's like, "In my jacket pocket." And mom's like, "I just washed your jacket." So they run back to the machine, they search everywhere, and this ring is nowhere to be found. And it was not insured. So this was like maybe a few weeks to the wedding. Her husband had to run and go buy another ring, and she was saying how she was really sad because the ring he bought on like short notice was cheaper than the first ring, and it just—
Those rings are
like,
expensive.
yeah, and it just broke her heart because she just felt bad, like her mom was trying to do a good thing and it turned into this bad thing. And so I felt so bad for her, like hearing the story, and she was like, "You know, I like my ring, but you should have seen the first one. It was so beautiful." And I don't think she had pictures of the ring. So till today, she's just kind of like, "I wish I hadn't lost the first one." And so the minute I got engaged, she looked at me and she went, "Get it insured." And I was like, "Okay, we're working on it." But you know, I think it came with some kind of—
It came with a limited warranty.
Yeah.
But, you know, I know, like me personally, I was gonna get it insured, and I was just really, actually when I gave Tobi the ring, you know, I was like, you know, be careful where you take it off. You know,
I got the speech.
If you're gonna take it off at home. Like when you're out,
Yeah.
just don't take it off. And because I know that from personal experiences, when I was younger, my mom had a ring. It was her favorite ring, and she was in the car and she took it off to put lotion on her fingers, and she forgot that the ring was in her pocket. I'm sorry, not in her pocket. She forgot that the ring was in her lap, and she stood up, and we never found that ring again. To this day, she's not able to find that ring. So you know, I was just trying to hammer it into Tobi.
So I got the speech.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got engaged, everything was great, and I got the speech. And I come from a country where most women don't take off their rings for anything. Maybe to cook, if that, but usually they shower with it, they sleep with it. It's just part of their body. They don't take it off. At least I don't think I ever saw my mom take it off, except to cook something where she needed to like knead or like put her hands all in it. But usually she never took it off. Because I don't know, back home it's just the first thing when you're robbed is like, "Hands up, give me your rings." Like it's always the first thing they get. So I think my mom has had to have her ring like changed maybe twice because they've stolen it. Anyway, long story short, I got this speech to only take it off when I get home, like don't sleep with it and don't shower with it and things like that. And my coworker at work told me, "Don't take it off to put lotion on, get it insured." So I had all the lessons. I got all the lessons ahead of time. Tell me why. We go to church. I went to his church, and we were going to the mall because he had a funeral to attend and he needed to get a suit jacket, right? So we're going to Belk, South Park Mall. And so I got all excited. I was like, "We're gonna go to Belk and then we're gonna get lunch and it's gonna be awesome," because you know I like food. So we on our way to Belk, I looked at my hands and I was like, "Girl, you are ashy." I was like, I mean, I was crusty. I looked ashy because I washed my hands a lot. Crusty. Shut up. It was winter, or it was like spring, but it was cold, so I washed my hands a lot, and then the cold air just dries me out really badly. Like I have dry skin. So I was just like, "Ooh, I have some lotion in my bag. Let me put it on." And sometimes, you know, yes, I had the lesson and everything, but I don't like it when the lotion leaves like a milky residue on the ring. you know, because when you lotion up, you just kind of rub it all over. So I was just like, oh, I don't want the ring to get dirty. Let me just take it off real quick. We're in the car, nothing's going on. So I put it on my lap, used the lotion, and we started talking about, I don't even remember what the topic was. We were just talking about something. We got to the mall, we're like, oh, all parked. We got a good parking spot, let's go. We were in Belk an hour and a half.
Yeah, probably.
We tried on how many suits and pants?
I was in there for a long time.
He was in there in the men's department for a while. We had a guy working with us, really awesome dude at South Park Mall. If you go on Sundays, he's always there. Yeah, so we were trying on suit jackets, tried on maybe like, let me say 6. Yeah. So we were in there for a minute, and this is after we walked around and picked a few. After that, then we went to the watch section, because we have a girl, a little hookup lady. She was the one that found Brandon his Gucci watch. So we were looking, because I was like, well, I want to see if I can find a watch that complements my ring, because I think I have a silver fossil watch, but the battery was dead, and I was just like, I want something shiny like the ring, like, you know. So I'm talking to the lady, and I'm like, you know, I'm looking for silver, you know, like, you know, white gold or something like that. And I was like, you know, I really wanted to match my ring, but like mid-sentence I pull out my hand and I'm just like, oh, Brandon, do you have your keys? And he's like, what? I'm like, do you have your keys? Yeah. Can I have your keys? Yeah. I'm in 4-inch heels, by the way. And this is all mid-sentence. The lady's looking at me, Brandon's looking at me, and I'm like, can I have your keys? And he gives me the keys, and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I'll be right back. And I sprint out of the store. I mean, I look like I stole something in 4-inch heels. So because I was running in 4-inch heels, and Brandon was like, something's definitely up, that was weird, mid-sentence, Brandon takes off after me. And so we're both running through Belk, and I'm gunning for the car. And then at some point I was like shaking, I was almost crying, and I was still running. And he caught up to me and he's like, what's going on? What's going on? And I'm just like, I can't run anymore. I can't breathe. Go ahead and see. I was like, don't get mad at me, right? That's what I said. I was like, please don't get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. He's like, what's wrong? Don't talk to me right now. Just run to the car and see if you see my ring around the car. Yeah,
pretty much when she said, don't get mad at me, I knew that she had lost the ring.
So he looked at me. He looked like he was about to cry on my behalf. He just looked heartbroken. I felt like, I just felt awful. Like we're both standing there and I'm out of breath. I can't run anymore in these shoes because it was Sunday. I was wearing my like hooker heels, God forgive me. But I was like out of breath. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't run anymore. And I was literally like looking at the car. Like the car was like, I was still on the sidewalk and the car was at the end of the row. And I was just like, run and check for my ring. And so he runs ahead of me and I run and I catch up. And we're just both freaking out. And I think he unlocked the door. We're looking inside the car, looking on the floor, around the car, everywhere. And I just looked down. Like, turns out as soon as I walked out of the car, like I just opened the door and stood up, my ring just slipped onto the floor. So here's the thing, we're at the end of the row, we're the second to the last car. There was a car next to us. And I was just freaking out because if the car next to us tried to get in their car, like the driver, you could not miss the ring. It was right there. Like as soon as we got there,
diamond was shining.
It was right there. There was no dirt around it, nothing. It was just ring. We were in the store for over an hour, like an hour and a half. And all I kept thinking was, I picked it up, of course, and had my moment, but all I kept thinking was if the owner had come, she would have just been like, or he or she would have just been like, free ring. Right?
Yeah, probably.
And 2 seconds after we literally picked up the ring, and this lady just walked up to her car, and she was the car. It was a white like van looking car right here. Nothing against the lady, but she literally walked up as soon as I grabbed the ring from the floor. And all I thought was if I was 1 second too late, my ring could have been gone. And Brandon just looked at me like it was uninsured. I felt just awful. Like my heart was broken for him, his heart was broken. But
yeah, I know like me personally, it's just I don't know, I just spent so much time looking for it, and I put so much money into it. I saved up for it for a long time, so it not gonna lie, I mean like we talked about it before, it really hurt. But I mean like I'm just thankful that we were able to find it. I'm glad that she realized
and that
it was
we can
missing.
Laugh about it now.
Yeah, we can laugh about it now, although
I know.
Don't let it happen again.
I mean, I'm telling you, we were engaged. It had to be like a month.
Yeah, it was like about a month.
It was going forward that we made this rule where the ring does not leave my finger. Yeah. I don't care if I'm bleeding. It does not leave my finger until I get home. Like, that's it. Like, I wouldn't even, like, his mom asked to see my ring, and I looked at him like we were in a house. It was a house. Yeah. It wasn't going anywhere. And even then I was still like, I know this is your mom, but this thing ain't leaving my finger. But she didn't, you know, like, she doesn't know we lost it. Like, nobody knows. So I'm just like, somebody, where did we go? Somebody tried to see my ring. Was it in church or at work? I think it was at work. And somebody was like, hey, can I see your ring? And I was like, and she's like, no, like, take it off. I was like, doesn't leave my hand. Like, I feel like Brandon will get like a teleporting message all the way in New York saying, ring left Tobi's finger, call her.
Call her.
Like, I just, at work, like, my coworker, I know who it was exactly too. She was like, yeah, can I see it? I was like, you can see it right here. Oh no, I want it. No. It doesn't leave this finger. Like, no. So it's not that it's like, I treat it like a thing, but it's just after having the experience, I guess you won't know until you're there, like having something uninsured, and like it's the fact that he built it. Yeah. He couldn't just go to the store and say, I'll, you know, get it. Like, he built it.
I picked the diamond. I did everything. Yeah.
It took so much time to get it.
It was a long process.
And so I felt so evil that day. I just was like, he's gonna think I did this on purpose or something, but
no, I didn't think she did it on purpose.
Yeah. No. So the lady, so when we went back to the store, just so that the, you know, sales lady doesn't think we stole something, or, you know, because we're trying on all these expensive watches, you know, she's gonna be like, what, did they steal something? Why'd they run? So we went back to the store to explain to her, and she freaked out after our freak out. And then she looked at me dead in the face and she said, honey, if you're scared of the ring getting dirty, come here any day of the week. I will clean it for you happily. Yeah. She was like, put all the lotion you want on it. I will clean it for you. So Brandon's mom actually, when I went to her house, when the day I was saying she wanted to see the ring, she actually wanted to see it because she wanted to help us clean it. So she has a solution which I've actually bought, and I'm gonna show how I'm going. I guess I'll be trying it for the first time because it's been cleaned by his mom, so I don't have to clean it. But she actually taught me how to clean it. I found it at CVS yesterday actually, so I got mine on Amazon, so I'll put the link, but CVS should have it. It's a pretty popular brand. But yeah, his mom helped me clean it, and this lady at the mall was like, child, come anytime, I will clean your ring for you. So just advice to anybody who's getting engaged or who bought themselves a really fancy ring or piece of jewelry, just anything. Don't take it off for lotion.
Don't do it.
Don't take it off.
Don't do it.
Stop. He's gonna make it look like I'm some lost and found type. I don't know.
It's okay. It's
okay. There. Thank you. But don't take it off for lotion. Keep it on. Or people like him will have a heart attack. Oops, sorry. It's okay.
It's a lot of hair back here.
Oh my God. Brenda's mom saw my hair and was like, wow, you did that yourself? That's great. What did she say?
Does it ever fall into the toilet?
She literally like was playing with my hair, and she was like, she got here and she stopped. And I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, does it?
Do the ends ever fall in the toilet? She literally would not touch the ends of her hair.
She was like, she caught herself, like, she's like, I'm not going further than that. And then what, last Sunday we had the little kid. I picked up a little kid because he was like kicking, and I was just somebody in my church's kid. And I was just picking him up and like playing with him because we're namesakes, and you know, he has my name, and it's like, oh, Tobi, blah, blah, blah. And I'm talking, I get carried away, and next thing I know, I feel a tugging. This dude is straight up chewing on my hair, and I'm just like, if your mother could see this now.
He was hungry. He must have been teething or something.
I don't know.
Maybe he was teething.
But who just picks up a bunch of brains
and chopping.
Chewing on them.
Chopping on her hair.
But anyway, so we're getting carried away, but really that's it. Just piece of advice, don't take off your ring.
And I will say that same night, I got the ring insured. It is insured, so if anything happens to it, we're good.
I'm still not taking it off.
Although nothing's gonna happen to it.
Amen.
Amen. We're gonna just speak that in.
Amen. Because I'm still like, yeah. I don't know. I have a friend who says she has another one. So every time she gets pregnant, it's a replica ring. Something like that, where it looks like a real ring. So so if she gets pregnant, she wears the replica one, so because apparently when you're pregnant your fingers get fat, And I know somebody in Boston who wore her ring and she was pregnant and her fingers got swollen. They had to cut it off her. Insurance, I don't know if insurance covers it if they medically have to cut it off you. I think like the hospital ER. Stop! I'm not pregnant, people.
No. She's not pregnant.
Okay, the side eye.
I was thinking about someone cutting your finger off.
Okay, couldn't you cut the ring off? Like, cut my finger off.
Oh, I thought they cut her finger off.
No, they cut the ring off. Look at this dude. Anyway,
it's been a long week.
Okay.
It's been a long week.
But anyway, so, you know, pregnant women usually don't wear earrings because apparently you get fat everywhere. God. Anyway, we've deviated quite a bit, but I'll try to record me cleaning the ring for the first time by myself, so we're both gonna be learning. But yeah, so I literally just put lotion on it so that I wouldn't be actually filming this, so it's all dirty now. But hopefully when we film, it'll be, I mean, when your mom cleaned it, it was shining.
Yeah.
So
we might have a special guest for that one.
We might.
We might.
Yeah.
TBD.
Okay.
TBD.
If not, it's all good. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching and have a good one. Bye.
Bye.